I just realized that I stupidly and heartbreakingly deleted all the footage from this last week. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to upload consistently because the upload speed here sucks. We're leaving on Saturday. But I lost all the footage from this last week, and it was one of the most wonderful weekends that we've ever had. We played at Art Saves Lives on Friday, and that was amazing. There were just beautiful people there, and I documented some amazing things that happened and things people said. And I mean, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it every month, but me talking about it isn't the same as showing you. And I cried really, really hard because I lost the footage, and I feel like, you know, it didn't really happen. If I don't put it out there, and I know nobody cares, it's not a big deal, but for me it's a big deal. And so I lost that, but there is a video of it that I can share with you, which I'm going to share with you right now. was that. That was playing for Thomasina's Art Saves Lives at the gallery there is wonderful. We do it once. We're going to do it once a month for as long as we can be in San Francisco. It's amazing. I realize that my documentary style, I don't just document our performances, because the performance is like a teeny weeny little part of who we really are as people. And I really hope that by watching the vlogs that people can get even just a tiny understanding of who we are as people. Because we're not just performers. I'm not just an artist. I'm not just a singer. We're people. And I really like sharing the humanity of who we are, because I find that actually when you look up most performers, you don't see the intimate behind the scenes of their lives. You see them on stage doing a show and looking amazing. It takes a lot of effort for us to get to that point. So the next video that I lost, and is the most heartbreaking video that I lost, was from Sunday, when it was John Perry Barlow's memorial. They had a picnic in Golden Gate Park, which we played for, which was beautiful, and people filmed it, but I don't know how to get the footage. And people came and they gathered around us, and I got all teary-eyed, because we're supposed to have an audience. That's what we're meant for, an audience, you know, a big audience that's like really paying attention, and it's the reason that it's what we're supposed to do. And it's so rare that we get to have like a really great big audience who's really focused on us. But John Gilmore generously gave us some money actually to play at the memorial that night. Thank you, John. That was so kind. He didn't have to do that. But after last week's big weekend of 2 big performances and not getting paid, I realized that it's absolutely necessary for us to get paid. Even the minimal amount, we need to get paid something, because we can't pay money to do performances. We need to be paid. So that was figured out. So after the picnic, we met all these amazing people. When I filmed all of them, and they were saying all these amazing things about us, of course. And I'm heartbroken that I can't share that with you. I was crying my eyes out for like an hour, because when I lose this footage, it feels like the end. It just feels like it didn't really happen. I know that's not true, but I did find the live stream that they posted on YouTube, and they have the parts of Anna Barlow, John Perry Barlow's daughter, talking about first seeing us in the park, which is really, really special and so sweet. And then our performance, which I will share with you now.
Oh, and we went down for a nap, and it was one of those like freakishly beautiful days in San Francisco. It was like the chlorophyll and the tulips were just out of a video game. Everything was super electric. And we went to the Conservatory of the Flowers while he napped. I took Willa and Leah there. And we walked out, and there was the most beautiful music playing from the tunnel, because if you've been to the park, you know that they've set up there in the tunnel across from the conservatory, and this beautiful operatic violin music. And it was like the springtime was popping so hard. And I looked at Leah and I was like, it's like we're in a simulation of life right now. And she's like, right. It was like the universe was just conspiring for that moment of beauty. And I was like, wait a minute, those are the like freaky, awesome, eclectic people that are staying in Dad's attic right now. I like haven't gotten to know them. I just knew they were musicians. And
that's amazing. That was so funny to hear her say that, because over the last couple months since we got to John's house in January, we've seen Anna and the sisters and Barlow, and we only knew Barlow when he was ill, because John Barlow was living in John Gilmore's house for the last 3 years before he died, and he was very sick. We didn't really know him. And actually in the last couple months before he died, we would help him. We'd come say hello. The nurses a couple years ago brought him to that same tunnel to watch us play, and his feeling about us completely changed. But I find it really interesting to hear somebody say that about us. And to say, like, their perspective of who we are as people, because I don't see us as eccentric or weird, or I know that people see us as that way, but it's really interesting to hear somebody really honestly speak about their experience of who we are as people. She's not done yet.
They're like, this is what they do?
That's us laughing.
Yeah, they're laughing because that was a true story. And she's like, no way. I'm like, yeah, they're saying, but they had a different entrance. Like, they use the blender sometimes. I don't know. But when my dad passed 2 days later, I said, hey, you know, my sister and I saw you play at the park. It was riveting. Would you mind playing a song? And they said, yeah, that last song you saw, that you heard us sing, it was called Heaven Sent. And they stood at the edge of my dad's body and they played that beautiful song, and they're going to come on when I'm done and play the song for you all. Yay! It's amazing.
Isn't that wonderful? I mean, we were standing backstage just like in awe of this. I mean, I think it was the most people we'd ever played for. Is maybe over 1,000 people, and John Gilmore came, and our friend Lightning was there, who we haven't seen in like 10 years. We played at Burning Man for him at Otic Oasis, and through playing at Otic Oasis 10 years ago, I met John Gilmore for the first time, and he said, I have a house and you can come stay in it. And years later, we come and stay in his house. It's so fucking weird, and I was heartbroken that I'd lost that footage of us talking to Lightning and his wife and John, and it's just me talking about it doesn't really document it in the same way, but I feel like I need to have something as a place mark to mark what happened. You know what's interesting? What's interesting actually is that when John Barlow died, like the day he died, I lost my camera a few days before, my little tiny GoPro. So I didn't have anything to document us playing for his death, like playing over his body like she talked about. And then for his memorial, I lose all the footage. So I guess it wasn't supposed to be documented in a certain way. It's funny. Thank you, everyone. This piece is called Heaven Sent.
solan taurien die. Una launus urauntus senti, unas aulos horas obaujenti. Aie, aie, pariaun.
Thank you. Thank you. We're called Tribal Baroque. Thank you.
Tribal Baroque. Thank you.
So that was that. I actually have trouble watching myself perform, and that was pretty amazing to see how much I've improved as a musician and a performer over the last 10 years. Wow. Well, I'm really glad that that exists and that I can share it with you at least. This whole process just reaffirms how important documenting everything is. I'm not really doing it to get attention or to get anything from anybody, really. I'm doing it for me, because when Thoth is gone, that's one of the things I was crying about, is when Thoth is gone, I'll have all this footage of us performing together and being together as a testament to, you know, what we did. Even if not, if the whole world didn't see us do it and we didn't gain a huge amount of fame or anything from it, at least we'll have a documentation of it existing. Me losing footage of us doing our performances and on the vlog footage is similar to how I would feel if I lost my art book or I lost a piece of art that I make. It's really important to me, and even if it's not important to anybody else, it's really important to me to save and share our life with whoever watches. So thank you for watching.